Natasha. I finally get into some of my to be read when I'm not reading my ARCs, and this book happened to come out in audio. So a good thing for me is if a book comes out in audio, I'm going to go buy it, because then I can listen to it while I'm at work. And when I work, I can have the noise of the book, and I get lost in doing my finance job in the book and then doing work. I know it's really strange. I can do it, but I do, and it really helps me. So this book, The Black Swan Affair by Kreig, I have been wanting to read this since last fall, and I kept putting it off because I just haven't had the time. And then I was fortunate enough, I purchased an autograph book from her, and I got it. And it's been sitting in my shelf with all of my other beautiful books. I'm like, I gotta read it. And then I have it in my Kindle. So now I tell you, I have 3 ways to get this book read. So finally this week, it came out in audio. I bought the audio. I'm listening to it, and I actually had to stop it a couple times because I was so into it, I lost my train of thought. Again, like I said before, I can work and listen to books. Not this time, because Maverick just drew me in. Her story of her power struggle on love. Now, this saying is at the end of the book, but it's throughout the whole book. I'm not going to tell you who she chose, but I want to read this to you. But I realized that love all by itself isn't enough. And this last year, I also realized there are different kinds of love. There's the dreamy kind of always thought you wanted, and then there's the steady one you'll never understand. But the second you let yourself feel it, it's nothing like you could have imagined in your wildest dreams. That right there is love in itself. Maverick she's in love with 2 men that are brothers. The one that her heart and soul is meant to be, she can't have. Through this whole book, it's a struggle with her mind, her body, and her soul over which brother, the one that she married or the one that she's lusting and loving over. And I fell in love with Kale. And then the voice for Kale was perfect in this audiobook. I fell in love with him because he knew what he was getting into, but he was gonna fight to the bitter end. He was gonna fight emotionally and mentally for the love of Maverick. And he knew that they were meant to be together. She just wasn't ready. But then there's Killian, and he's dark, he's mysterious, he's sexy, and Maverick knows him. They had this love affair, and it's that they weren't supposed to be together, but they wanted to be together. And throughout this whole book, you don't know what's going to happen at the end, and that's what it was, a total shock, but I loved it. And it's a beautiful book. There's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of love, there's a lot of lust, and there's a lot of who is she going to choose. And I think that's why I listened to it at work, and then I came home and I started it on my paper copy, and I finished it today in probably less than an hour. I ignored my family. They were doing yard work just so that I can get this book in, because I fell in love with it. And again, this statement is something I will read over and over. I realize that love all by itself isn't enough, and that right there is this book, in my opinion. Go get it. It's in my links. Get the audio, get the Kindle version, and then if you want to, get the paperback, because I read the paperback and I loved filling the papers on this one. So talk to you guys later. 5 stars.